Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners, a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive into the latest in TV news and reviews. I'm your host and television aficionado, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and television watcher, Stairmaster.
Why do I always go first?
I don't know, because you're right there.
Okay. I am always there.
You ever heard of personal space there?
Yes?
Well, scooch away from Swanson a little bit then.
No.
He scooched closer. See what happens when you mention it, Kio?
I'm sorry.
I'm asserting my dominance. This is all part of the gorilla mindset.
And as you heard there, that's our other co-host and television novice, Kiorein.
Hello.
Yes, we watch everything in television. What'd you guys watch this week?
Everything. I watched the season 4 premiere of Vikings.
Oh, have you watched that show before?
No.
Okay. How was it?
They made us watch it for Western Civilization 1. So it's like the season 4 premiere, so it's a recap, and there's this big cliffhanger where the Beard King comes back, and he plants a sword in the ground, and he's like, "Who wants to be king?" And then the episode starts, and everyone's staring at him.
Did you smile?
A little. And then he's like, his four sons walk up, and he's like, "Come on, kill me!" But they don't. And then after a moment, they have a tender hug session, and I guess he's still the king. Anyways, he's like in a big trouble, the king, because there was a settlement that got burnt down or something in England or Paris. I'm not sure.
Okay, was it good?
There was a lot of sex scenes.
No.
And like 4 out of 5 of them involved a guy with no legs, or had broken legs. He was a paraplegic, and he was just crawling around on the ground. And he'd just spy upon people having sex, and he would scowl.
I mean...
And, like, he had a C-plot in that episode where they hook him up with a servant lady, but his dick don't work.
Well, yeah, but his tongue worked just fine.
No, he tried to strangle her.
He tried to strangle her?
Yeah, because he couldn't get it up. Or couldn't nut. I'm not sure.
That's a pretty bad reaction.
Yeah. Seems like this show might be a little ableist.
It was very awkward watching it in a classroom.
Yeah, your school seems really interesting. It seems like a lot of TV watching.
Are you going to TV Tuners Academy?
Yes, run by Swanson. They made us watch Reign Over Me for Composition 1.
Yeah, I sort of established the TV Tuners Academy as a joke, and then they ran with it, so...
On the bright side, we're watching Halloween next week and entering a film. That slaps.
Alright, so this week I watched...
Does it? Does it slap, Swanson?
I don't know.
You don't like Halloween?
I mean, what, the original film? Or the remake?
Yes, the original.
Yeah, it slaps.
Oh.
So is that the new slang these days, slap? Should I start saying slaps a lot?
Yeah, just say it with at the end of everything.
Alright, that slaps.
Yeah, see, you got it. I've been continuing to watch Cloak and Dagger. It's picked up. That's it.
Has Dagger stabbed anyone?
Yes, she did that in the first episode.
Good.
She stabbed a sexual predator, so it's pretty good. It's actually the only Marvel show that deals with police brutality, so that's kind of cool. The cops are the bad guys.
Shouldn't they have done that in Luke Cage?
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah.
Keo, did you watch anything interesting?
No, I'm the television novice, so I'm keeping my palate cleansed for the television programs we're watching.
Keo is the television naysayer.
Yeah, he doesn't believe it exists. He's a television skeptic.
I saw a TV once, but I don't believe it could ever turn on.
See, he's the Scully, and you're the Mulder. This is a reference Keo definitely doesn't get.
Yeah, please don't do that to me. It's very distressing.
Anyway, we all have a great time here.
I have a heart monitor set up, and whenever you mention a show that I don't know what it is, my heart rate just spikes immediately.
All I know about X-Files is the TV trailer for the Space Ghost episode.
Yeah, that episode sucks. That episode does not slap.
So slapping is good. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it slaps. Slapping slaps.
Yeah, it's
slapping
been
Slaps.
It's been an interesting week in TV land, guys. The most exciting awards show in television happened: the MTV Video Music Awards.
Oh,
Isn't that just for music and not TV?
Yeah, but it was on TV.
Oh,
Donald Glover won a bunch of awards, but wasn't there to accept any of them because why would he?
did Danny Glover win any awards?
Unfortunately, he didn't release any albums this year.
Oh, I bet he has like a novelty rap album from the 90s.
Yeah, called I'm too
old for these beats.
Damn, I'd fucking buy that album in a heartbeat.
Just end the episode right there, folks.
That album would slap, I bet.
That's the title of our episode.
Yeah, Childish Gambino won a bunch of stuff. Jay-Z and Beyonce won a bunch of stuff. You know, the usuals.
Will Smith.
Will Smith came out, got jiggy with it. Everyone was like, "What year is it again?"
1999.
what?
Madonna
Whoa.
What?
The calendar. It is 1999.
Oops.
No,
We've gone too far back.
it's just an old calendar, Keo.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I keep
Is it
old
one of the ends
I
of-
keep old calendars around so that no one's like has a real
But
sense
look at
for
this
time.
really big cell phone. It's the size of my head.
Yeah, I keep that around too. I like to keep novelty phones around.
Oh, okay.
So the world's not going to end at the end of this year, is what you're saying?
Well, I mean, I didn't say anything like that.
Look at this AOL installation disc.
Where the fuck did you get that?
It was in your garbage.
I threw that away in confidence, and I can't believe you wouldn't trust me to throw something like that away. It's dangerous.
You don't give us anything to eat. We had no choice.
You can eat for yourself. The fridge is full.
Swanson, it was full of apple cores.
Yeah, I like to keep my apple cores cool
You ate all the good parts of the apple.
and put it back in the fridge to keep the
Like
the
the
cores
meat.
warm.
And
We
the
need
stem.
We need the apple meat.
The fruit part.
All right, well, let's just pop this disc in and see what happens.
Wow, it doesn't boot at all. I can't believe it.
Greetings, I am AOL.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Now I'm going to eat Swanson.
Whoa.
The cybernetic apparition means it's ill.
It's the cybernetic apparition of the late 90s. It's
Here
the
I
AOL
go.
man.
Here's my mouth. It's gonna get you.
Here, eat this floppy disk.
Now I'm leaving.
Stairmaster tricked him into eating his own floppy disk. Now he's trapped in there forever.
It is nothing but pirated simulator games.
Yeah, he'll be playing those in his own mind.
What a wacky
And-
adventure we just went on.
Huh, yeah.
I'm so happy to have you as my best friend.
Anyway,
I love
Madonna
you
gave
so
us
much.
Madonna gave a speech that was supposed to be about Aretha Franklin, but was mostly about herself.
That's Hollywood.
That's the best kind of speech.
Anyway, let's get into some news. Guys, do you like Netflix?
I guess.
I love that it's ad-free.
Yeah, and that's my favorite part about Netflix is just being able to watch TV shows and sort of just, go through them episode by episode, nothing
Without interruption.
interrupting them. So Netflix, of course, decided, what if we change that? They're thinking of a new feature that they're going to add to the service.
Oh, a new feature. All right, sounds exciting. Like maybe it'll say, "Hey, want to take a break? You've been binging the show for 8 hours. Maybe you should stop for a minute." Is that what it is?
Your eyes are burning.
It's called. It's sort of like that. Have you ever heard of commercials, Kiorein?
Ooh.
Advertisements?
I've heard bad things about those. Do go on, Swanson. I'm
Well,
listening.
don't worry. These aren't called commercials, okay? These are called recommendations.
All right, go on.
Oh, so it's going to, like, recommend other shows to you based on what you've watched?
Maybe? Netflix will show brief ads for other content, and that you might or might not give a shit about. We'll see.
Well, like, when you log on and you're browsing the list of shows?
It'll be like that thing that plays automatically when you're browsing the list of shows that no one wants, but it'll just happen in the middle of the TV. It'll happen in between episodes of the TV show you're watching.
But I want to watch the next episode.
But you have to wait until the skip button shows up.
I love those 5 seconds between shows where I have to wait. I love that. Fund it.
Anyway, Netflix is trying this out in some areas in the US and the UK currently for a handful of users, so we'll see how this goes.
Why are they keeping it quarantined?
Well, that's how people test things out.
Is it so the National Guard can, like, set up barricades?
Yeah, in case things get too wild.
Has anyone had to deal with it and spoken about it yet, or is it brand new and we haven't heard anything from the wild about it?
Oi, Mom, there's commercials on the flicks.
It's new-ish. This news story is from Sunday, so...
I'm gonna give Johnny Netflix a shivin'.
Netflix...
Oh, man.
Netflix likes to compare it to the video previews that I mentioned earlier, where you just sort of hover over something and it plays, even though hovering over it isn't even what causes it to play. But
so, are we headed for like a dark age of internet streaming now that every corporation?
Well, I mean, Hulu's
is competing with their own service.
I mean, you can still get Hulu commercial free.
Doesn't that cost a lot?
No, I pay $10 a month for it.
And if you sign up with our free promo code TVTune,
use the free promo code Tuners to get that you won't get anything. But Hulu, if you're listening, we have like 5 whole people who will be interested, I bet.
If you want to get a bright red invalid code notice, type in TV Tune on Hulu.
Please, Hulu, let us endorse you. We're handsome, we're young, we fuck.
Yeah, at least one of us fucks. You get to guess which.
The answer may shock you.
You get 2 tries.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like I'm getting a vibe here from the two of you, which is that you wouldn't want this.
No. I just want to watch TV. Well, no, I don't want to do anything. I just want to die, but...
Whoa.
Wow, that came out of nowhere. Really,
no, that's
bringing the vibes down.
That's just how it is in 2018.
This is a positive energy podcast. # good vibes.
Hashtag good vibes, good tunes.
# feels good, man.
They gotta do advertisements for other products, otherwise they're not gonna make more money.
Yeah.
Hashtag my skin good.
Yeah, how else are they gonna make money other than their millions of subscribers?
But if they're only doing advertisements for their other products, why do they need this extra level of...
I actually don't know what the idea is. I guess they want to promote their less seen stuff since they've had to cancel a bunch of stuff recently.
It sounds like a desperation move of some kind.
They're going to die.
I mean, I doubt it. Not anytime soon.
It. Netflix will be dead by 2022.
It seems like it's kind of part of their move to try to move towards all Netflix content on their streaming service.
Which is pretty bad because most of that stuff sucks.
They're just going to become another TV channel.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
The internet's just becoming new TV.
Hello, welcome to New TV. We're the internet.
That's what they want.
But get this. Instead of a W, it's just a single U.
Yeah, and instead of paying for like a cable package that has almost everything, you have to pay for each one separately.
Hey, it's a la carte, just like they wanted back in the 90s.
Yeah, good. I want to pay for one streaming service that has good stuff on it, and then I'll pirate the rest.
What if you just pirate all of it?
Whoa, stare. Shh. We've incriminated ourselves.
Oh my god, the cops are here.
TV Tuners does not condone the incredibly cool crime of
We
piracy.
heard someone's pirating in here.
No. We're talking about committing piracy in the high seas.
That's way out of your jurisdiction, officer.
All right, carry on.
That's international waters.
Wow, man, that was scary.
But very easily resolved.
Yeah, that's how.
Good thinking on my part.
Good thing we're white, right? Stare.
Good thing Keo wasn't at the door.
All right, so guys, I want you to brace yourselves because I got some sad news.
Oh, did I die?
No, you're still alive.
Not yet.
Yes,
Okay,
death
what's
has
the sad
not
news?
death has not gripped you quite yet, friend.
Whew. Okay, I guess that explains why the
Uh-oh,
heart
he's
monitor still
reaching
says
for
I have
you. Look out, Keo.
Fool me once, death.
He almost got me.
Yeah, you gotta watch
We
out.
should mention that Death is our fourth co-host.
Yeah, you never hear from him, but he is always lingering.
I mean, he is a skeleton, so
I would say
talk.
I'd say he's looming more than lingering.
Sometimes you'll silently giggle and cackle,
Yeah,
rattle.
those little bits of like audio that you hear that seem like weirdly out of place. That's death. Anyway, yeah, this is deeply sad news. The Big Bang Theory is going to come to an end after its upcoming 12th season.
Death claims another victim.
It seems like death was here waiting for it all along.
No, my show.
Your show.
Yes, the show that's run for 279 episodes, securing a spot as the longest-running multi-camera comedy in TV history, is coming to an end this season.
Why is the number of cameras like part of the category?
Because
so that
it's
they
a
can,
big split.
yeah, because it's a split otherwise.
Yeah, it's a big genre thing, actually, in terms of sitcoms. The multi-camera, single-camera thing.
They'd have to run for a couple more seasons to be the longest-running sitcom in television history.
Well, what is that one?
The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, which is a very racist 50s television show that ran for 14 seasons.
I mean, The Big Bang Theory is basically nerd blackface. So it's fits.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a bit of an extreme statement.
That's what Stare's
We
known
gamers
for.
are a very persecuted group.
Yeah, by Sheldon and his merry band of nerd misfits.
It's
You know,
time
I
for
bet
a
they
gamer revolution.
I bet they've only talked about anime like twice on that show.
I don't think they've talked about anime at all on that show. I don't think that the
Probably.
creators know what anime is. Do you think Chuck Lorre knows what anime is?
What is Japan?
Or is it Laurie?
It's Hugh Laurie.
It's Hugh. Do you think Hugh Laurie knows what anime is?
I mean, Stuart Little's kind of like anime.
Was he in Stuart Little?
Is that the one with the mouse? Or am I
That's
thinking
Michael
something?
J. Fox who's the mouse.
Well, yeah, but Hugh Laurie's the other guy.
Wait, is there another
The
mouse?
guy who's a guy. No, he's the guy who's a guy.
Oh. Shit, man. That Stuart Little 2 should have been like another mouse comes in and he's like, shit. And he's like a cooler mouse. Like he rides a motorcycle and like has like a leather jacket on. He's like, I'm Steven's big.
There's like 8 voice cast roles in Stuart Little, so I assume there's a bunch of mousies and other animals.
I think there's a bird. I remember a bird in one of them.
Good.
It doesn't eat Stuart, though.
Does the bird give you satisfaction, Stare?
I like birds. Oh, Jeffrey Jones was in it. Oof.
Cool. Anyway, back to the Big Bang Theory. I know it's easy to think about it, try to think about other things as we mourn the loss of this great television show.
Where am I going to go on television to watch people make fun of nerds?
Well, they do. Young Sheldon's still around, so we got that.
Yes.
To look forward to.
Yes.
At some point, it's just going to become Sheldon.
I think that's what they're looking for. It's sort of like how we've been waiting for Better Call Saul to get us to Saul.
Yes.
You're waiting for Young Sheldon to just get you to Sheldon. Anyway, no.
And then there'll be flash forwards to old Sheldon
Yes.
in 2050.
He's like sitting in a chair thinking about the devastation he's caused. He's overlooking a barren wasteland.
I'm picturing him being like a military scientist who made a new horrible weapon. And some...
Millions are dead. Sir, the city is completely destroyed.
Good. This is all I've ever wanted. He looks at a photo that's in color of his time in Big Bang Theory. And he says, with a mournful sigh, Bazinga.
I'm starting to think none of us have actually watched The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, I've seen like episodes of The Big Bang Theory, and it left no impression because it was just like 20 minutes of nerd quips, and then it was over.
My mom's a big fan.
My parents are a big fan. Once my dad compared me to Sheldon, and I almost decked him in the face right there on the spot.
Yeah, my mom said Sheldon reminded her of me sometimes, and I got mad.
My mom said that Sheldon reminded her of me because he's really smart, but that didn't help. Man, we've all had. It seems like The Big Bang Theory has touched all of us. I have to admit, sometimes I do walk into the room and just say a bunch of nerd stuff and then leave.
The Big Bang Theory has touched us in a Jeffrey Jones sort of way.
Well, wait, Keo, do you wait for studio applause and laughter?
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. If you're listening and you've also been compared to Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory, use the hashtag
Jeffrey Jones.
No, use the hashtag big mistake.
Hey Swanson, you're a real Higgs bozo.
Man, I can't believe they laughed at that. Wow. The studio audience never laughs during the podcast.
Well, death is clapping. I'm not sure at what.
Probably the death of the show.
Oh man, he's like holding his scythe out, and like the reflection is showing me. So.
Oh no!
Ooh.
That might be a threat.
It seems like it. I don't know. Anyway.
Speaking of death.
Yeah, death.
Time for our newest segment, This Week in TV History.
Oh, we're doing that? Okay. Hit the theme, Keo.
Oh.
Yes!
Oh, it's still going.
This legitimately slaps. On This Week in Television History, August 19th to August 25, in 1932, BBC begins experimenting with regular television broadcasts.
Whoa. Imagine what it was like before they did that.
And you just had a TV, and sometimes it'd have...
Oi, turn on the telly. I heard there's going to be a program.
You'd have to check, like, the newspaper to know when things are going to be on the TV.
I listened to the radio. They told me to turn on the telly.
I got a telegram saying there's going to be a new show on the picture box. In 1948, the House of Un-American Activities Committee holds the first ever televised congressional hearing.
Wait, did you say the House of Un-American Activities?
Yeah.
Yes. The HUAC.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
From the Second Red Scare?
We were all alive during that time. You remember
Dorothy?
I didn't realize we had a dystopia at a certain point in our history.
Yeah, of course. It never stopped.
Uh-oh. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, it sounds like
are you being attacked by a very small cat?
Yes, this feral beast has broken into the studio. Anyways, in 1964, the first geostationary communication satellite, SYNCOM-3, is launched into orbit. This satellite would also be the first telebroadcast of the Tokyo Olympics.
Dang.
That's a big milestone.
That satellite slaps.
In 1989, the first episode of Saved by the Bell aired.
Oh.
Yes!
Nice.
In 1990, Saddam Hussein appeared on state television with a number of Western guests, aka hostages, in an attempt to prevent the Gulf War.
Yeah, guests, co-hosts, all these are forms of hostages.
I don't know what you mean.
Well,
Don't talk about it.
I don't know who to fear more, Death or Swanson. I guess they're interlinked.
Only one of us has a scythe.
In 1992, Vicky Weaver is killed by the FBI snipers during a standoff at Ruby Ridge.
Is that televised?
I mean, it was on all the televisions when it happened.
Did the sniper have his own TV show?
Yes, Sniper.
Nice. I think that's an actual television show.
Yes, that's the joke I'm making.
It's very aptly named.
And finally, in 2006, the International Astronomers Union redacts Pluto's planet status. This would result in weeks of late-night talk show shitposting.
It's true. They really loved it. Wait, do talk shows shitpost?
They basically are the television form of shitposting.
I don't know. I think Colbert's funny.
Hey, you know what my favorite planet is, guys?
Funny.
Hey, guys, you know what my favorite planet is?
Jupiter.
Yeah, because Pluto's not a planet.
Right now.
Hey, guys, you know what my favorite planet is? Uranus.
Ooh, I get it.
Yeah.
Sounds dirty.
Yeah, it's because it's a nice planet.
Oh, okay.
What's your...
Fair enough.
If you got a favorite planet, chime in at TV Tuners on Twitter.
Yeah, use
Don't
that.
say Saturn, though. That planet's kind of boring and all the moons aren't very interesting.
Use the hashtag Planet Pals.
Yeah, there we go. That's a real slapper.
If you know where the secret planet is, send me a DM.
All right.
Is that it?
Yeah, we need to stop after that.
Okay.
The entire show.
Oh, all right. Well, see
No
you guys
more
next
episodes. No, everything.
week. Oh.
Give this podcast to death.
Death won't let us. It's not our time.
Damn it.
Yeah, he's got like a clock, and he's shaking his head no. So
Yeah,
He's got an
he
hourglass
wears
of sand.
He has an hourglass of sand, and he also wears a wristwatch. Like, I feel like he's telling too much time.
he's got a calendar hanging around his neck too.
He's got a wristwatch, and instead of like needles and dials, there's just another hourglass of sand in the glass.
Yeah, and the calendar shows a picture of an hourglass of sand.
On a beach.
I wonder if something's gonna happen when that hourglass reaches the bottom. What do you think, Stair?
Nobody... I can't tell with this guy.
Heh, we better not worry about it.
What's next, buddy? Host man.
Well, now it's time for everyone's favorite segment, where Kiorein expresses his greatest and deepest desires. It's Kiorein's Crackdown.
Woo, woo, woo.
Nice.
Okay. I've got a real serious problem that only bothers me when I'm in complete silence. And I'm blaming Stairmaster, and I'm blaming Swanson.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay.
My neighbors.
Yeah.
My neighbors have not
Yes.
changed the batteries on their smoke detectors. And I can hear it beeping all day and all night. And I want to know what you two are going to do to fix this.
Oh,
We could burn down your apartment.
yeah, we can take care of your neighbors, if you know what I mean.
You're going to go over and give them 9-volt batteries and tell them that their smoke detectors battery's low?
Death is not shaking his head in approval at this.
I mean, we'll give them 9-volt batteries. They'll just be in, a pillowcase.
We'll give him 9 millimeters.
Whoa, I'm not condoning any kind of
batteries.
violence here that I can be linked to.
No linking, because there'll be no bodies to be found.
We'll burn him.
Won't this podcast be a little incriminating?
No, because this is all a joke. These are satire, Keo.
Nobody listens to this podcast. That's why it's okay.
Okay, alright, so I'm going to not approve of this happening, but if somehow this problem is solved in the near future, I'll be happy.
And to be clear, this is satire, so none of this actually happens, even if it seems like it might be, something that actually happened and could be incriminating to us.
Uh-oh. Death is pulling out a police badge.
I knew Death was a narc.
Fucking snitch.
Wait, why is he arresting me?
Because you're the conspirator.
Look, we don't
We're in
know.
on it.
We can only guess as to why Death does what it does.
Great. Well, now I'm in handcuffs for the rest of the podcast. Thanks a lot, guys.
Well, this has been Kioreine's Crackdown, I guess.
Yeah, I've really been cracked down on.
Yeah, it looks like death cracked down on you. But not for the final time.
All right. Time's gonna really
the
suck.
ultimate time.
Yeah.
We're an anti-death podcast, I think.
I don't know. He's been heavily featured this week.
Hashtag LifeCast.
We air its viewpoints, but we don't condone his actions.
Let's see what you guys think. We'll put up a poll later in the week, and you guys get to choose what you prefer, life or death.
Hashtag red pill or hashtag black pill for death.
Wait, red pill is life?
Yes, red is the color of life.
Okay.
I thought the color of life was more like green or something.
Or white.
Or white.
Oh, of course you'd think it's white, Swanson.
Well, you said the death is black.
It is.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Wow, I can't believe this.
Okay,
God.
death, yellow pill. Shit.
What? Wow, you're just digging the hole even further.
You gotta pick a color that's got no rates attached to it.
Rainbow.
Wow.
So
So you're gonna just say that you're just gonna say everybody in the LGBT community, huh?
Oh, no. Please, death, take me now.
Yeah.
Nope, he's shaking his head.
All right, so
It's not your time yet.
boys, we're heading into the fall television season, which means that it's time for a whole bunch of new shows to be appearing. So I
The
gotta
leaves are dropping,
yes,
and so are the shows.
yes, and the television trees have been fully formed with new shows branching on them.
The shows are turning brown.
Yes, and they're about to fall right into our laps. So I have invented a new segment for us that I am calling Guess Who's Coming to the Fall TV Lineup?
Are we supposed to guess what shows are going to show up?
Hit the theme, Keo.
Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum.
Yes, on Guess Who's Coming, I say the name of a television show, of a new TV show, and you guys try and guess the premise of the television show based off the name. And then
Easy.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll tell you, I'll read the actual premise to you, and we'll see how right you were.
We're gonna keep scores?
Do you want to keep score?
Yeah, death is going to keep count.
I want to win.
All right, well, we'll find out. All right, this week we're doing the new fall shows for both the CW and Fox because they have the least amount of shows among the other networks.
Why Fox? What's wrong?
Well, Fox only has to program 2 hours of prime time because they have 10 o'clock news.
Oh.
And they also have Thursday Night Football this year, so less programming. Anyway, this first show is from the CW. It's called All American. What do you think it's about?
I'm thinking it's like a chubby suburban dad and his family.
Oh dang, that's
Like-
a pretty good guess.
He's got like curly hair. He's wearing a red shirt.
This is too specific. I feel like Stairs seen it.
No, this isn't close.
That's a vision that popped into my head.
Okay,
Like he's out on his lawn.
Is this just white? Is this just like a middle America King of the Hill?
Yeah, it's like a King of Queens, sorta. But it's not Kevin James.
Okay, All America is about...
I'm all
Maybe
American.
it's a guy who lives in the Bronx.
All America is about this scientist who builds a giant boat. And he makes all of America get on the boat. And this details the journey they go on over the course of 1 week.
Well,
Wow!
I gotta say that would be a better show. I don't know.
Hold on, where are they going?
It's not... like, we don't know until the show's, like, finale.
Okay, that's a good mystery.
All right. Well, we'll see how close you both got. When a rising high school football player from South Central LA is recruited to play for Beverly Hills High, The wins, losses, and struggles of two families from vastly different worlds, Compton and Beverly Hills, begin to collide.
Ah, yes, the two genders.
Compton and Beverly Hills.
That is the full spectrum of American life.
Yeah, so I don't know who to even give that to because you were both pretty off. I guess Stair was the closest.
Dang. I thought I had it.
Okay.
Neither of you were close, but Stair was the closest. All right, this is another CW
I was going to
show.
say the guy had a football, but I didn't.
Yeah, you were. That would have made you super close. This is another CW show. It's called Legacies. What do you think it's about?
Okay, I got this one.
Okay.
So it's about a man, and he has a book, and the book was his dad's book, and also his grandfather's book, and his great-grandfather's book, and it goes all the way back, and it's the Bible, and it was written by Jesus Christ. Legacies.
Whoa.
Maybe it's like spies who were mentored by other older spies, and now they're part of the chain of spies.
You know, both of these sound like actually decent shows. Okay, here's what it says. Continuing the tradition of the Vampire Diaries and the originals, the story of the next generation of supernatural beings at Salvatore School for the Young and Gifted. Klaus Mikkelsen's daughter, 17-year-old Hope Mikkelsen, Alaric Saltzman's twins, Lizzie and Josie Saltzman, and other young adults come of age in the most unconventional way possible.
That sounds like a Hotel Transylvania spinoff.
Will these young witches, vampires, and werewolves become the heroes they want to be, or the villains they were born to be? Once again, I'm not quite sure who to give it to, but it does sound kind of biblical, so I'll give it to Kia.
Yes.
I think more than
in your
half
face,
of them,
Stare. In your face.
I think more than half of them are going to be heroes.
Yeah, I think the other half will be vampires. Or
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say werewolves, but then I said vampires, so I guess that joke also works. Anyway, yeah, it's a spinoff of the Vampire Diaries, and also, I guess, another spinoff that the Vampire Diaries had.
Is Tom Cruise going to be in it?
No.
Oh.
He's too busy breaking his leg in Mission Impossible.
We're tied. I'm ready for the next one.
All right. Now we move over the Fox. This show is simply called Rel. R-E-L. Rel.
Okay. So it's about a person named Rel. This person, who I'm not going to say the gender of so that I don't get the guess more wrong.
Oh.
I don't know, like has a frisbee or something.
It's an eccentric police detective, that's my guess.
Okay.
His name is Rel.
Okay. Little Rel, a prideful, self-made success who lives by the code to always believe in yourself and great things will come, finds that attitude put to the test when he learns his wife is having an affair with his own barber. He tries to rebuild his life post-divorce as a long-distance single father on the south side of Chicago who's on a quest for love, respect, and a new barber.
Okay, I guess Kia's closer.
Yeah, he might have a frisbee. It doesn't say, but he seems like a dude who'd have a frisbee.
He's definitely not a cop.
I think that might be a tie because we both basically just guessed that it was about a person named Rel.
You're right. Yeah, okay, so we're still... You guys are still dead
don't
even.
award a point.
Okay.
Death gets the point.
The next Fox show, The Cool Kids.
It's high school. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, I can't guess anything other than it being about high school. I think we're going to have to tie that one again.
Wow, guys.
Someone's going to play football.
All right. Cool Kids revolves around 3 guy friends in a retirement community who are the top who are the top dogs until they're blown out of the water by the newest member of the community, a female rebel who's ready to challenge their place.
That's an okay premise.
Yeah, maybe we'll watch it.
It's a very misleading title calling them kids, though. That's very, very disrespectful to our elderly folk.
Yeah, you can't call them kids. They've learned a lot. All right, it seems like we're at a...
youngest guy's there.
Yeah. It seems like we're at a tiebreaker, so I have to bust out the super secret surprise tiebreaker. You guys
It's
ready
like
for
he knew
this?
this would happen.
I don't know how you're going to be able to guess this, but this is a show that I would like to remind everybody is technically new, and it's joining the Fox lineup. Last Man Standing.
Okay, so everyone on Earth is dead, except Will Forte,
Okay.
and he's traveling around the wasteland trying to deal with his loneliness.
This sounds eerily suspicious to a show Fox canceled to make way for this one.
Maybe he has like a tire who's his friend.
Okay.
Alright, so it's some kind of like harem show where there's only one man and it's a bunch of women and they all want him really bad, but he doesn't want them for some reason because
Maybe
they can't have any sex happen on the show for some reason.
Maybe he's like a captain of a club. Like maybe he does archery or kendo.
Okay. It all comes down to this. As much as I wanted Stairmaster to be right, unfortunately, that was in fact another show.
Oh.
Hit comedy Last Man Standing joins the Fox lineup. A fan favorite for 6 seasons, the series stars Tim Allen as Mike Baxter, a married father of 3 girls who tries to maintain his manliness despite being surrounded by women. So Keo was technically right because there is a reason he didn't have sex with most of these ladies.
That's a pretty good reason.
Hold on. Do you think he has a tire as a friend?
I don't think, but I mean, it'd be funny if he did just talk to a tire. And it had a hat like Wilson.
No, it's just a tire.
Oh, I was gonna say it had a hat.
No,
it had a hat like the guy from Home Improvement.
Oh.
Who's dead.
I thought you were talking about...
I forgot that they were both called Wilson.
What a world.
Anyway, yeah, just a little reminder there that Last Man Standing is somehow coming back. Thanks, Fox.
Somehow. It might not have anything to do with what happened
So wait,
ago.
I got it right by stealing Sarah's idea and adding a harem to it?
Yes?
Okay. Well, except the harem was wrong.
Yeah, but you were closer, so you win.
Oh, I mean, he might fuck him this season. Who knows? Cocaine is one hell of a drug.
Anyway, that's been Guess Who's Coming to the fall television lineup. Alright, we've had fun, but now it's time...
we didn't acknowledge that I won.
Yeah, you won.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the winner.
What do you want?
Congratulations, Keo. You're the prince of guessing.
I want Stair to die.
Good.
Wait, no, I don't want him to... I want Stair to live.
Forever?
Ah! I mean, this is the status quo, so...
Wait.
For a long time.
Right.
Like, at least 3 more years.
Oh, yeah, that's a long time.
Oh.
Alright, well, we've had fun here, but now it's time to get down to business.
Oh?
We watched a television show. And now we're going to discuss it.
Sharknado.
The
last one.
No.
Seriously.
Stair really wanted us to watch that, but it was bad. Don't watch it. Don't ever even consider watching it.
Let's talk about it for 1 minute, though.
Okay.
We have a few thoughts on it.
All right, hold on. I will start a
it.
timer. I will let you guys discuss it for a single minute. I'll tell you when.
Okay.
All right, hold on one sec. Go.
Okay, so, this is a very bad movie. It really does a bad job introducing the characters.
Even though we're supposed to have already seen the previous films, even sequels do some attempt to establish characters, even in established shows.
And, this opening sequence really sucks. It's like you driving a Jeep, and it's kind of really limp-dicked action.
Probably the most limp-dicked action I've ever seen.
I mean, it's like the blocking's really bad.
Dinosaurs are swarming him, but he's just standing there doing nothing. We're supposed
and then
to
a
believe
dinosaur steals his time bag.
Yeah, which he had out of the car for no reason. But okay,
he dropped it.
Besides that, the main takeaway I had from this show, since I only have a minute here to talk about it, is that This show seems to embrace the idea of a film that's
Movie.
All right, stop. No more talking.
Thanks for ruining it, Stairs. I didn't get my thought through.
Anyway, King Arthur was going to show up in that movie.
Was he?
Probably. His sister was there.
Is Morgana his sister?
Yes, in some legends.
They're probably gonna drop that whole bit after 5 minutes because they don't have the attention span for it, though.
Well, I'll tell you what we had the attention span for. What we actually watched this week. Oh, by the way, just a reminder, never watched Sharknado. We tried watching 15 minutes. It was bad. Bad CGI, bad everything. Don't do it.
The only good thing is that I learned that sharks are like 400 million years old.
Yeah, because
they're surprisingly old creatures.
Yeah. Well, they're very good at what they do.
They're very wise.
They're like the alligators of the ocean.
Yeah, man. Imagine
as opposed to the alligators of
the swamp,
freshwater.
Well, yeah, those are alligators, or those crocodiles. Shit.
What we actually watched this week was the new Matt Groening show, and I guess Matt Groening and Josh Whitestream, Groening. The Matt Groening show. The new Matt Groening and Josh Weinstein show. Disenchantment.
And Bill Oakley. All of the Warriors are here.
Yeah, even David X. Cohen from Futurama.
How many people have called this...
The Simpsons.
Well, yeah, but he created Futurama, so he gets, kind of a rap for that.
He gets to be the Futurama guy.
Yeah.
How many people have called this Pastorama? How many thousands?
Oh, I hope more than you, but that's a good gag that I'm going to attribute to you anyway.
Watch it turn out to be 1,000 years in the future after the apocalypse.
Pastorama, that's what we're calling it now. Not to be confused with Pastorama, Hulk Hogan's failed venture into pasta. I'm kidding, that's Pasta Mania.
Oh man, can you imagine there's remember that episode of Futurama where they had to travel to the future because they couldn't travel through time backwards?
Yeah.
Like if just one episode of Enchanted, you could see them in the background doing their time thing, putting them on the Futurama timeline.
That'd be cool.
That would make me smile and laugh.
Remember that episode of the Futurama where they went back in time and Fry had sex with his grandma?
Yeah, because his grandpa was gay.
Yeah. That episode won an Emmy.
That episode slaps.
It sure does. This show is fine. I don't know if it
kind of slaps.
It kind of slaps.
I mean,
it's got its moments.
The first episode doesn't have the punch it should, but I think the second episode picks it up.
The first episode seems to be bogged down by a lot of exposition. By a lot of needing to get the characters together.
And it had a good chunk of jokes that just didn't land.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of late post-cancellation Futurama when it came back to Comedy Central.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And second episode is definitely more early Futurama.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna sort of just go over the basics of the plot and talk about things that are interesting, I think. But basically, the story follows a princess whose name is Bean, right? Bean
Dip.
Princess Bean Dip. Princess Bean is trying
to run away from a dead-end marriage.
Yeah, she's a hard-drinking, no-nonsense princess.
She's a maverick.
She's has to deal with her father, who's played by John DiMaggio, of course. John DiMaggio, of course, Bender from Futurama. Jake, if you like Adventure Time.
Do you?
Yeah, Adventure Time's fine.
It's okay.
It's a pretty good seasoning.
Adventure Time?
Yeah.
Eventually she meets she gets a demon forced on her, who's played by Eric Andre. He's pretty great.
That's kind of, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We'll get to...
I want to say we have 3 protagonists.
Sort of?
And yeah. The third one is Elfo.
Yeah. Elfo is...
we thought he was going to be Bart, but he wasn't.
I mean, he looks like Bart, just with different skin.
He's kind of more of a Marge and Lisa.
Yeah, he's not Bart in character.
He's like Marge meets Homer.
The demon is definitely Bart in character, but...
Elfo's like if Marge and Homer put on the potato earrings.
Yeah, kind of. He's voiced by
Caring but dumb.
He's voiced by Nate Faxon. There's a bunch of other incidental characters, many of whom you'll know from other shows. Billy West is in here, of course. Some other folks from various other, Futurama and Simpsons productions. Actually, I don't think anyone from The Simpsons is in here, but...
Voice acting, probably not. I want to say there's a weird dynamic. We have 3 main guys, 2 of whom are trying to escape their stations in life.
Mm.
But Eric Andre is completely content.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this. I noticed it more in the second episode, but like Eric there's not really a grasp that I have of Eric Andre plays a demon named Lucy. Short for Lucifer, I assume, but it's never said.
Mm-hmm. He's just having a good time.
Yeah, he's just there for, the fun gags.
It's kind of strange how glossed over this character is at this point.
He reminds me of Norm Macdonald's character from Mike Tyson's Mysteries.
Do you want to explain that to me and Keo who haven't seen that?
Yeah.
The pigeon?
Show, yeah, the pigeon.
Wait, Keo's seen this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald voices a pigeon who was formerly a man who got cursed by his ex-wife, who was a witch.
Dang, I need to watch Mike Tyson Mysteries. It sounds like this show slaps.
It does.
It does slap.
The first episode, they helped Cormac McCarthy solve a mystery.
Dang. Well, I guess we know what we're watching next week. Anyway.
Where were we going with this? Oh, yeah.
We were talking about Eric Andre's character, Lucy.
Yeah, he's mostly just a snarky bystander.
Yeah.
Who has an alcoholism problem, just like... And I guess Lucy sort of drinks a bunch, but not deleteriously.
Yeah, everyone drinks a lot in this show. Of the main protagonists. But yeah, this episode definitely focuses, at least for the first half, in between Elfo and Bean, as Elfo leaves his elf kingdom because he's getting it on too much.
Oh yeah, the elves in this are like Keebler elves, not like the sexy kind.
Yeah, I think it's funny. It's a pretty decent gag that the elves are all like they really like candy. There's a sort of pointless gag. There's a lot of those in this first episode, especially of like just a lot of jokes that seems superfluous to what's actually happening in the story. Like there's a whole scene where Elfo goes to get food from some random villagers who are like really hospitable.
Oh yeah, and he's really liking it because it doesn't taste sweet.
Yeah, and he says that he usually eats candy, and one of them says, "What are you, a king?" Which is a pretty funny line. But yeah, there's a lot of that kind of stuff where it doesn't really mesh in with what's happening in the story. It's just sort of a throwaway gag, which is fine.
I think that stuff helped establish his character, but at the same time, the way they put Elfo in the first episode was just kind of jarring.
Yeah, he just shows up in this wedding.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, the first episode's 36 minutes, the second one was 28.
Well, yeah, pilot.
They probably could have been more similar in length.
Yeah, the second episode does seem a little rushed, huh?
No, I think the second episode's better paced. The second episode feels like 2 separate episodes spliced together.
Yeah, I don't know. I give the second episode some benefits because it is funnier.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hit and miss jokes in this first episode.
The second episode's funnier, but the plotting's way more over the place.
Yeah, I think the plotting's just all over the place in both of these.
That's kind of weird because Futurama and Simpsons were episodic, but this is serialized.
Yeah, this is
I don't know if that's going to keep up.
It does, from what I've heard. It's a serialized story throughout. So it's definitely like a new thing for them to try. Because like Futurama has like serialized bits, but it's not ever all at once.
And The Simpsons is like some sort of existential nightmare.
Yeah, pretty much. Just 30 years of the same stories over and over again.
Now I'm sad.
Yeah.
Hey, cheer up because we've got a new television show.
Yeah, Disenchantment. The new Simpsons.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to be quoting this until we die. Like The Simpsons.
Well, you don't want to have great quotes like...
I don't think it's going to embiggen our lexicon.
And also nice use of the word embiggen.
Thank you.
Yeah, Elfo eventually shows up at this wedding, which he shows up at just the right time. I guess they're all
to disrupt everything.
Yeah.
And that leads to a chase scene because Princess wants to break free. And Elfo doesn't want to be put in a cage.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the dad wants him for magic purposes. They gloss over the fantasy stuff a lot to get to the jokes. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of big Act 1 developments between Bean and Elfo in this first episode. Sort of just like Bean decides that doesn't want to live the life of
princess.
Yeah, princess, and Elfo decides that he doesn't want to live with his kind. There's a really funny scene where Elfo gets hung and his people just sort of hang around and try to watch as his dad tells the story.
Oh yeah, he's standing on the stool and his dad's like, "I got something to tell you, son." So he takes the stool, causing him to choke. There is an elf named Kisso.
Yeah, that he sleeps with, which is why he gets hung.
Okay, here's a question. So all the elves are named after things. Why is Elfo Elfo? Is he just generic? Did they not have a gimmick for him?
I think that's like their equivalent of John. That's the default protagonist name.
He's the original elf.
That's deep.
They named him after their founder of the tribe.
I think Elfo is named Elfo to call back to Poochie.
So is he going to go to space, to its home planet?
Maybe, and we'll see. Maybe they can't if they can't renew his voice actor's contract.
Do they have the rights? Can they Can they just have Kang and Kodo show up?
I don't think they have the rights.
Oh, that'd be cool, but not really.
It'd be really weird.
It's fun to think about, but if it actually happened, you'd roll your eyes at it.
I guess it would be funny if, the last shot of the series is Kang and Kodo's watching from their spaceship.
You guys remember that episode of The Simpsons where the Simpsons had to deal with the aliens for real, and it wasn't like a Treehouse of Horror episode?
The last Simpson episode I ever canonically watched in my life.
Canonically?
In the canon of Stairmaster's life.
What's the 24 episode where Jack Bauer showed up?
Yeah, of course you did.
So wait, do you have non-canon moments of your life, Stair?
Yeah, what moments of your life aren't canon?
All the ones I've repressed.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, I guess.
I mean, if that's what you want to call that, that's fine. I've got a good therapist you can contact, though.
I saw the trailer for the Lady Gaga episode, and that's a pretty non-canon moment.
But yeah, she's set to marry this prince, but the prince gets unfortunately impaled on a sword because
that's a good gag, but we won't explain it.
Yeah, the sword is a throne. It's a Game of Thrones sort of throne of swords.
Except it's literally made out of swords.
Yeah, so he just sort of falls
metal.
at it.
He's okay, though.
He bends down to pick up a coin and gets stabbed through the head.
He's all right, though. He's not dead.
A coin?
A ring.
A ring, yeah. He goes down the
You're like somebody watching Sonic gameplay and it's like, oh, pick up the coins, Sonic. Pick up the coins.
How dare you accuse me of that?
Stair knows the difference between rings and coins.
I take it back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a low blow.
One's round, the other's round with a hole in it.
If this was the 19th century, I'd have killed you in Mortal Kombat.
But it's not.
I take it back. I'm really sorry. I repent.
But it's not, so you can just kill him without any of his defenses.
I'll think about it.
Anyway, another son of this couple shows up instead to take his throne. He's voiced by Matt Berry of IT Crowd and other shows.
He's kind of a Zap Brannigan for your show.
Yeah, kind of.
He doesn't do much in this episode.
But next episode, get ready.
Yeah, he's got some good lines.
Yeah. Yeah, he is very much Zap Brannigan, but what's down to the voice and everything. But yeah, he chases
Yeah.
he chases the reluctant trio. They get
And this
stuck
is
on a
big
cliff.
chase scene.
Yeah, they get
the rest of the episode basically.
Yeah, there's a legitimate cliffhanger.
Well, not really. They're falling.
Yeah, I guess it's the cliff
faller.
That's a good gag.
It's a cliff jumper.
Anyway, that's where the weird part of episode 2 comes in.
Yeah?
Because it very quickly resolves what happens at the...
Uh-oh.
It goes on to a completely separate plot line.
Yeah.
Except it also goes back to the wedding.
Keo, did you have anything... Was there anything that stuck out to you in episode 1 you wanted to talk about?
Nope.
All right. Keo loved it.
I hope the Cyclops with the daggers in his eyes comes back.
I like the idea of a blind Cyclops that just can't take the daggers out of his eyes.
He shows up a little bit in episode 2, but
not for long.
I think I guess there was one gag in episode 1 I thought was pretty funny. It was where the eagle like picked up Alpha and was carrying him away, and he's just talking too much about candy, and it like squawks at him and drops him.
I love birds.
Are they your favorite?
Yes.
Favorite what?
Creature.
More than humans?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they go through that cliffhanger faster than like a Doctor Who show, like an episode, like a return episode of Doctor Who. Like they're just like, nah, that wasn't that important. Don't worry about it.
And they get captured and they go back.
Yeah.
And we have this plot line about the king trying to extract blood from Alpha. And we also have the arc where they're on the boat.
Yeah. I mean, they come together in the end.
Yeah.
So.
It's really weird, though, since one happens first and then the second.
Yeah, it does.
Usually it would be simultaneously.
I don't know. It feels kind of
plot.
Simpsons-esque. With a first plot that happens that leads into a second plot. Halfway through the episode. You know how there's some certain Simpsons episodes where Homer will just be doing something dumb and then it'll lead into something else.
Like the one where they go to Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a grocery store strike and somehow that leads to them going to Africa. And at the end they ask how that turned out and they have no idea.
Yeah, Keo remembers. He's a big friend of all these shows.
Huh? What?
Keo remembers the scene where they see the egg hatching and a rhino comes out of it.
I'm feeling like you guys are gaslighting me or something.
No, this was an actual episode.
We're talking about The Simpsons now, not the show.
I know. I still feel like you're gaslighting me.
What? You've watched Simpsons?
Yeah, I've seen all the episodes of the early seasons, but I don't have any memory of this at all.
It was like season 13-ish.
No, I don't think Keo watched that much.
Yeah, I didn't see that. So that's why I don't know what it is, what you're talking about.
Me and Keo got different vectors. I was on syndication, reruns, and he was watching it on the DVD.
Yeah, what a fancy boy with his DVDs.
His dad just sat him down and was like, look at this. This is a crowning achievement of American civilization and culture.
Look at this. This is prime comedy.
He was like, son, you are now ready to experience The Simpsons.
Did your dad sing the theme every time it played?
No, he just sat there stoically. I think he cried once during the intro sequence, but he tried to hide it.
He shed a single tear during that episode about Maggie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, it feels...
Our recommendation is to watch The Simpsons.
Yeah, if you haven't watched The Simpsons, do that. Why haven't you?
Yeah, let's watch season 1 through 9 and maybe kind of
a little bit
stick in there until the Behind the Laughter episode. You can kind of...
Yeah, that's pretty much the end. You can imagine it as a sort of ad hoc series finale. Anyway, yeah, it does sort of feel like two plots jammed together, but not in a way that's like entirely
that's fine.
unfamiliar
that's
to
weird.
me or like bad.
It's weird, but okay.
Yeah, this is the episode for me where it becomes clear that Eric Andre's character seems to just be there.
Yeah. But we got a real Futurama bit when they get on the boat.
Yeah, it's real Futurama when they're on the boat. There's a whole thing about... First off, it's supposed to be a bachelor party, so they're on it's a party boat. That
For some reason, the ship plan is to go by the island with the mermaids.
Yeah.
Which is the princess's plan to murder him, but I don't know why the boat guy condones this.
Yeah, she doesn't want to actually kill him herself, but she's fine sending him to his death.
Accessory.
Via murder. Yeah, via murder by mermaids. So she has everybody ties themselves up as they listen to the mermaid song, but she loosens the ties of her teeth, and
he happily goes to meet them.
Yeah,
I must have sex with the source of the sound.
Guide me, loins, and stuff like that.
Real great minds.
Yeah,
which we all said now, so you don't have to watch.
There we go. See, we're already quoting it. What a classic television show.
In 20 years, I'm going to be saying, guide me, loins.
Anyways, these are like classical mermaids, so they just look like manatees.
Well, they're not the mermaids, they're just walruses.
No, I think isn't that what they look like, classic mermaids?
They're just walruses.
No, I think that's what the original mermaid legend was. They look like gross manatees instead of sexy ladies.
Oh, I mean, okay, but I don't know why they didn't just murder them then.
I thought that was just the inspiration. I don't think the legend was that they just had manatees.
Mm.
Yeah, isn't the idea of a mermaid that they're supposed to allure someone with like being
with
sexy?
Their song,
but yeah, I thought the joke was that it was just a bunch of walruses.
Yeah, but it looks like they're gonna eat them, but they don't.
Yeah,
they just have sex with them. All 30 of them.
He has sex with 30 walruses, which yeah.
He's very proud of himself for that, too, for some reason.
I'd be proud of myself for that, yeah. Walrus penises are big. Don't you remember 50 First Dates, Keo?
Mm.
I try to forget about that movie.
In that movie, Adam Sandler talks at length for a scene about walrus penises.
Does he?
He does.
Wow.
Very creepy fascination with them.
Yeah, and then he makes out with a lady who has long-term memory loss.
Oh,
man, that was some movie, wasn't it?
Yeah. So they get attacked by some murderous people, I guess, who turn out, unfortunately, to be the allies of the king.
That's a fun goof.
It's a fun gag because he takes out the head and says, "This is to show your enemies," and then he says, "Those were our allies," and he puts the head on a pike and says, "Well, this is to show the rest of your allies." It's a good gag.
Anyways, it all comes together because afterwards the prince is tired from fucking those manatees, so he needs to pick me up. So they go back to how they were making elixir from the elf's blood.
I feel like you need to look at a picture of a manatee so you can see that that's not what this was.
Oh, it's a walrus. Are you happy?
Yes.
I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that was a good conclusion to the episode.
Yeah, he turns into a pig by drinking the earlier plot line ends because they steal a bunch of pig's blood to keep Elfo from being drained of his blood, and they mix it with the elf blood. And I guess because of the magical properties of elf blood, it just transforms him into a pig and the pig into him.
The pig into a man who still makes pig noises.
Yeah,
and he still makes people noises.
So that's cool.
And yeah, the episode kind of ends with them
the marriage gets denounced, and yeah, the marriage gets denounced. The other king gets angry because there was supposed to be an agreement. Then they just have like a fist fight, I guess.
That's a fun bit.
Yeah. King fight.
A king fight, yeah. And everyone's like shouting about it and having a good time. Yeah, that's the end of the second episode. Yeah, I feel like the problem I have with the second episode as opposed to the first is that the emotional arc is essentially the same.
Oh, at least it's concluded now.
Maybe, hopefully.
What do you think they're gonna find her another?
Well, that's my thing. Is like, I don't know. Is it going to be the same arc for this character for each episode, even though it's supposed to be like a serialized thing?
They're going to keep bringing in new men. She's going to have to deal with all of them.
Each one's more handsome than the last.
She, essentially gave the same speech in the end of both episodes. Well, not at the end, but in both episodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's either going to be more men or more princess that she doesn't want to do.
I mean, Elfo is also... There's also a, weird subplot of Elfo. That's not weird, I guess, but there's a subplot of...
bit where Elfo wants to see her naked.
Elfo just likes her, yeah.
But maybe there'll be an episode where Elfo grows 5 feet tall.
Oh yeah, Keo, what did you think about the racist
antelope?
The racist antelopes in the forest.
They only showed up for one episode. Do you think they're going to come back?
Yeah, I think they'll play a big role in the future.
Oh no.
Schrodinger's antelope. It's a long-term long joke.
Long-term long joke. Long-term long joke. That's the name of the episode.
A marathon joke.
Anyway, overall, I would say it's kind of a mixed bag, but I would lean towards positive. I'd say tune in.
I think maybe the third episode turns it around. Yeah. I hope they give Eric Andre an arc.
I'm going to say tune halfway in. Turn the TV half on.
Yeah,
Turn the volume down so you don't wake your parents.
Yeah, only listen to half of it. Keep one earbud in and one out.
Yeah, maybe you could listen to the news with the other one.
Maybe not the news.
Well, it can't be something really exciting.
Anyway, that sounds like a tune in for the majority of us, with a tune 3/4 of the way in.
Tune mostly in.
Plug in the television set, how we're going to plug ourselves in.
Yeah.
In this next segment.
Yeah, so that's it for this. You can find me at Jesse Swanson on Twitter.
You can find me at Stairmaster. You can find me at Stairmaster 2.
Nope.
What?
You can find me at Real Kiorein.
And you can find death around every corner.
That's true. You can also find this podcast at TV Tuners on Twitter. If you have any...
We're on all the devices.
Yeah, you can. We're on all of your favorite podcatchers. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, all that fun stuff. You can subscribe, maybe leave a review. We'd appreciate that. Also, if you want to talk about the show on Twitter, use the hashtag TV Tuners, and we'll give a look at whatever you're saying to us. But if you're not a big fan of the tweet space, you can email us. Send us any of your questions, comments, quips, foresights, otherwise. You can send them to us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that podcast, Keo? Or what's that email, Keo?
TV.
That's right. All right. That's it for this week. Come back next week for more TV goodness. Until then, keep watching. Bye.
Death's grabbing me!
It's over.
I found him.
Huh. Good enough.